Hi, James here. This is part 3 of making homemade kombucha tea. To make homemade kombucha tea, all you need is sweetened organic green tea and a SCOBY. If you don't have a SCOBY, I created a video that will instruct you on how to make one at home with just a few simple ingredients. That said, the process of making this is pretty simple. What I consider a full batch is 1 gallon of distilled water. Make sure it's distilled, so that way any impurities are going to be filtered out. 16 individual tea bags of organic green tea. I like to use Uncle Lee's tea bag. I do not get paid for this, so you can use any brand you wish. I like this brand. And raw cane sugar, 1 cup, and a SCOBY with 20% of the amount of tea that you use. So since we have 128 ounces of water, which will make 128 ounces of the green tea, we will have at least 26 ounces of kombucha that will work through the fermentation process. So I'm actually going to have a little bit more than 26 ounces, which should be fine. But you always want to have at least the 20% to tea ratio. That way, it will ensure that you have enough organic material to eat the sugar and tea, so that way you don't have a buildup of other bacterias, other yeasts, or anything else of that fashion. So all you do is make the tea, get the tea down to room temperature. You don't want to put hot tea into the kombucha mixture, or even cold, because that'll prolong the fermentation process. So once you make the tea, get it to room temperature and simply add it to your kombucha. Just pour it right in. Make sure it's covered with a cheesecloth, or I just like to use a clean dish rag. Secure it with a rubber band and just let it sit for 2 weeks or so. And we will check back in once I create this and let you know how the process goes. If you have any questions, please feel free to enter them in the comments below. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Here we have 1 gallon of boiling water. So I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to add 16 individual tea bags, and I'm going to let it steep for about 30 minutes. And then once it's done steeping for 30 minutes, I'm going to add the 1 cup of sugar to the hot tea, so that way it has good incorporation of the sugar. And then I am going to let it cool to room temperature before I add it to my kombucha mix. Okay, 30 minutes have passed. Plenty of steeping going on. So now we are going to remove the tea bags. Make sure we get them all. Try not to make a mess. And while the water is still hot, I'm going to add the 1 cup of sugar and stir it around and make sure it all incorporates very, very well in this mixture. So just keep on stirring until all the sugar dissolves. Should just take a few minutes. Then let it cool. let it cool to room temperature. I'm gonna put this in the fridge for a little while to help speed up the process, but then I'm gonna take it out, let it get to room temperature before I add it to the kombucha and SCOBY mixture, because like I said before, you put hot liquid in there, you're gonna kill all the SCOBY, you're gonna kill all the organisms, and we defeated the purpose. So, just one more step. Just let this cool. So now that the tea is cooled down to room temperature, the last step is to add it to the kombucha. So I'm probably going to make a mess. Just pour it in. And there we go. Cover it up with a clean wash towel and secure it with a rubber band. Wait about 2 weeks and you will have fresh kombucha. Thank you. Hi, James here. I want to show you the final stage and final step of our kombucha making process here. This is the beautiful, wonderful payoff for all the hard work we had done. We have a gallon of kombucha tea, maybe a little bit more, and you can see the SCOBY. Let me jostle this just a little bit. And this is just about ready. What I'm going to do is pour this out and start making another batch. So thank you so much for watching. Please review the other videos to learn the entire process, starting from one store-bought can or jar of kombucha tea to making your own. And from here, I can make more and more. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you again.